How to count, reverse, and sort items in a list. First, we will count the items in a list. So, suppose I have this list here. LS is the list with all these numbers. Some are repeated, some are distinct. So, I can count the value, I can count the number of times a particular element appears in this list by using the inbuilt function of list, that is count. So we use the count function like that. So ls dot count, ls is the name of the list, dot the count function, and within the brackets we enter the value that we have to search within the list. So first I will put the value 4, and when I hit run, it gives the count as 2. Next I will count the number of times 7 appears and run, and it will say 1. And now I can see the total number of elements in the list by just using the length of the list, checking the length of the list. So we can use the function length, len, of the list. So we write it as len and brackets ls. So when we hit run, it will say 10. Next, we'll see how to reverse the order of the list. So we can either use slicing and indexing to reverse the list, and that is, to do that we just use ls and then the square brackets, so as we would do for the index, and then we put colon and -1. The -1 says that we have to go in the reverse order of the list. So when we hit run, it gives the reverse order of the list. Before that, I print here the actual list. So now you can see that that the list has been reversed. The other method that we can use for reversing this is the reverse function, which is inbuilt which is inbuilt for lists, and we use the list name. In our case, it is ls dot reverse, and then we print ls. So this reverse function actually reverses the list and saves the reversed list in the same variable ls, and then we print this variable, and you can see that it is reversed. So the previous method and this new and the inbuilt function method both give the same output. Next is to sort items in a list. So for that, we could either manually sort the elements using a for loop or whatever, or there's a shortcut method which Python has inbuilt, that is the sort method. So ls.sort sorts the list in ascending order. So when we print this sorted list, it will give the ascending order. But if we want the descending order, so the way in which we write is key and then is equal to the value. So for reverse, we write reverse is equal to true, and this will and when we run this, it will print the list in descending order. So that's how you count, reverse, and sort items in a list.